So this mask that we was talking about, you put on this persona for people. Why? Why did you do it?
I did it because, well, I wanted people to see me, I guess, as the person, as a new person, not as the person that I was, and I didn't want them to see all the pain that I was feeling on the inside.
So what pain was you feeling on the inside?
Well, like I told you, I lost my dad, and it was just like a lot of peer pressure, and it was just, I felt like no one understood me. So
did you go out and get help, spiritually help, or counseling, or anything?
No. Sometimes, like, I had one friend that I could confide in, and it's like, when I went to her, and then she ended up telling somebody else something, so I just stopped going to her, and that's when I just started keeping everything to myself and just keeping it all bottled up.
So do you think that's your downfall, because you kept everything in?
Yeah. Well, with me keeping everything in, I basically needed a way to, I guess, get rid of that. So I went to smoking and all of this stuff.
What is all of that? So explain to me, what did you do? Because I'm pretty sure there are other young people that are thinking about either committing suicide or smoking weed, going to join a gang, or multiple things. What did you do to get away from your issues?
I started skipping school because school, it was getting to be too much for me, and that's why I started skipping school. And really, I started skipping school. One day I was mad at my brother, and I just left. And that's when I went to my son's father's house, and that whole thing happened. So that's basically, I started skipping school, I started smoking, I started having sex, I started doing all of that.
So do you regret anything, or what would you do different?
I don't really have any regrets, because I know that all that stuff that I went through made me the person that I am today. But if I could do anything different, I would have stayed, going to school every day and got my education, because now that I'm at the end of the road and I'm graduating in June, and it's like my GPA is not where it needs to be for me to go to a 4-year college, like, straight off bat. So I have to go to a community college, then transfer over. And, if I had done all the things that I needed to do, from jump, then I wouldn't be, trying to, push so hard to get where I need to be now.
So you said that it makes you stronger. Are you mad, or how you feel about God? Like, what is your relationship with God before you got pregnant, before your dad got killed? And what is your relationship with God now that all this has happened to you?
Well, before when my dad died, it was like, my relationship with God, I was young,
How old were you?
I was 6.
You were 6 years old? Okay.
And, I was young. I didn't really understand. I just knew we were going to church. And I knew church was God, and God was, creator of all things, and I knew all of that. But I didn't really grasp the concept of God being in my life at that point. But after my dad died, it's like, it's like my faith wasn't as strong then. And it's like, after my dad died, I'm like, why did this happen to me? And it's like, I felt like, if God was supposed to be there, then why did he take my father away? And then, I started to realize that everything happens for a reason, and that he took my father away for me to become a stronger person. And it's like, now my relationship with God, I'm getting stronger, and my faith is not like over the top, like where I'm not where I need to be, but I'm working on it. And it's like, now that all of these things have happened, like all these things in my life have happened, especially with my son and his father and all of that, it's like I have to look towards God. And without God being there, I know that, like, I would be so weak. I would probably cry every night. I would probably have no joy at all, because I go through so much on a day-to-day basis. And most people don't even like couldn't even imagine like what I go through on a day-to-day basis, like the arguing,
The arguing with
all of
who?
that with my son's father. He it's like he put me through a lot of stuff because.
So why do you still deal with him if he's giving you so much trouble?
Well, right now I'm in the process of cutting the ties. It's like I know I can't cut all ties. That's my son's father, but like I told him is if you say you want to be in my son's life, I don't want anybody that's not a positive influence on my child to be in his life. So I told him when he gets himself together and when he, starts to get on the right track, then, he can be on a full-fledged part of my son's life. But it's like now he don't want to take responsibility. He don't at first he wanted to do all this stuff, and then it just fell off.
So what is your plan since he's going to be a deadbeat father? What is your plan? Are you going to not be a mother, a full-time mother? Or what is your plan? Tell me, what plans do you have in place to make sure your baby has everything it needs? What is your plan?
Well, like I said, when I was 14, I made the decision that I was going to be a mother. I had the choice to get an abortion, and I decided not to. And I decided I was going to be a mother, and I was going to be a good mother. I was going to be the best mother that I could be to my child. So I to give my child the best life that I could possibly give him. I would do anything. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna finish school.
So you think school is gonna help your child put food on the table?
Well, going to college and all of this, when you go to college, I'm going to get a job. I know I'm going to get a job, but my education is one of my top priorities, and I know that with my education, because I want to be a cardiologist, and I know
you're gonna be in school for a long time.
Yes, I know.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I can get a job and all of that. I know I have to provide for my child, and I can do that, and I know I can. And like you said, all I need to do is look towards God, and I can do all of that. And it's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy, because it's definitely not. It's not easy now.
It's not easy at all.
It's not easy now. So I just have to try my hardest, and I will succeed.
So what advice or encouragement you can tell another young lady that's out there that's dealing with being a teen mom, or a young lady or a young man that is fatherless? What would you tell them?
Well, to the young person that is fatherless, I would tell them to, keep your head up. Just because your father is not in your life, and he didn't, your father probably didn't choose to leave you, but because your father is not in your life, doesn't mean that you just, have to, just go completely downhill. There are many possibilities as to what you can become. You can do anything through God who strengthens you. So, the person who's, that you always have choices. So to the person who's like, oh, my father's gone, and I'm just going to do drugs and drink and all of that, then that's your personal decision. But for the betterment of yourself, you can go to school, you can get a job, you can do many things to better your life. Just because your father is not there it doesn't mean that you just fall completely off. It doesn't. And to the young person who is, who wants to be a mother, a teen mother, that's also your choice. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. Especially trying to go to school and be a teen mother. It's hard, and it's not like everything just comes to you. I know when I was pregnant, it's my baby's father, he's going to help me, he's going to do all this stuff. And I know at first I was very blind to all of this stuff. I know people were telling me stuff, but it's my life doesn't have to be like that. So when I was pregnant and I was going through, but I had people to lean on, it was much easier for me. But it's I didn't think about the possibility of him, stepping out on me and all of this stuff. And on top of me being young, and I was, because I was only 14, 15 years old, I on top of me being young and just being, you know, full of it, blind, very blind, I didn't see a lot of the possibilities that there were out there. I didn't see him leaving out on me. I didn't see all of this other drama that came into my life that I didn't ask for. So,
but you did ask for it because you went out looking for it.
I mean, I went out looking for, you know, that, I guess that love, but I didn't go out looking for the extra drama. It's only what could be expected, but I didn't see it coming. Like, I didn't see it coming at me. And I didn't see it as hard as it came at me. I did not see it. Like,
so
I didn't see it.
So do you wish you had that person? Or did you have that person in your life that you could have talked to, but you chose not to talk to?
Yeah, I did. My aunt, I talk to her now a lot, and she helps me, you know, through a lot of my situations. But at the time, it's like, I felt like, you know, I had shamed my family. Like, everybody was just coming at me like, you know, I just felt like I had shamed my family. And, you know, on top of everybody coming with the jokes, all of that, it's just like, it was hard and it hit me hard. And it's like, yeah, I joked around and played around, but it's like, it kind of hurt me because it's like, it wasn't really a joke to me because it was real for me. And I think that people didn't really take me seriously. They didn't really think that I could be a teen mom and that I could do it and succeed. I didn't
so
see
your
that.
motivation is to prove folk wrong?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thanks for being on the show. I hope that you have a successful life, and I hope everything becomes successful. Alright.
Y'all did good that time. Y'all did good.
If Snack and Mash.
That's like a whole 30-minute segment.
That was touching. That was